Hi friends, I'm Sherry in the Wild, and we are going to pack together for our trip to Istanbul. When I say our, me, my husband, our son will meet us there, our daughter and me. We are going to Istanbul for actually 2 weeks. And I'll see what I can vlog. You know, I'm not really a good vlogger, but I'm going to try, maybe. And then I'm going to probably do some videos showing you the stuff that I'm putting in here or what I'm going to be using, and how they actually work for me when I'm on a trip. And it seems like most of the stuff here are stuff that I've used before, so there's not really any new items. Okay, first of all, I always pack a carry-on only, and maybe you found my channel because of my packing, and I will still do packing channels. I just want you to know that I have a previous channel, Simply Sherry, where I do home organizing, and you could check out that channel. I haven't completely dropped it, but I really want to kind of focus on this channel, and it's going to be basically my life, what I use, what I want to show and tell you about as far as what I, like things, products, items, travel must-haves, my travels, packing. Still want to do that. Still want to do some hotel room tours. But I recently became ARMY, meaning a BTS fandom. And so I will sprinkle and do BTS unboxing and things like that, and merch stuff and concerts and travel to the concerts. And so if you want to stick around for that, please do. I am excited about this channel. I think I've been thinking about it for a while, but anyway, maybe I should do a separate video all about that. Anyway, first of all, because I think I said first of all, and I don't need to explain everything all the time, right? But when I travel, I only want to do carry-on, and I've done this for years. And that's because it's just so much easier. The couple times I've lost luggage, the many times where I basically don't use everything in my bag, and so I'm just lugging it around. That is the main reason, just lugging things around that you don't need to when it could be lighter and smaller. Wouldn't that be better? So we are doing 2 weeks in Istanbul, like literally 2 weeks, and we have a long layover in Paris. So we'll be there. It's a 12-hour layover, and I did all the math. I mean, this planning for our trip, the itinerary, because it involves all four of us and it's not just me. The tour tickets, the Airbnbs, the hotels, the flight, everything, it's all about budget.
You have to consult your budget.
So it takes planning. And so usually I'm all packed a week before for a trip like this. But it's just, I mean, up till yesterday, I'm, with Get Your Guide, you can pay later, which is the same amount. But I went ahead and just started paying stuff because I just don't want that in my mind when we're on our trip. Like, okay, did I pay for this trip, this tour? Do I need to pay it now? Just don't want to do that. Took care of all our bills for June, of course, May and June, like the current month and maybe the following month, since it's in the beginning of the month. That's maybe something when you, for me, that's part of packing. It's not just packing for the trip, but getting everything ready here in the house. And then my husband has his business, so he had to take care of stuff for that. So when we pack for an international trip, it does take time, because in between working and your regular life, right, you have to prepare and you have to pack. So anyway, that goes to say that I've already done I've thrown stuff here that I know I'm going to use. I've thought through, because I did the itinerary first. That would be my first tip, is you really have to do the itinerary. And with that itinerary, you see what tours you want to go on. Will it be on a boat? Will it be cold? You'll see the weather. Is it cold? Is it hot? Is it sunny? What should I wear? Do you have to cover yourself? And then, where are you going to eat even? Like, so a couple places we made reservations for, and what's the dress code? So that's all part of packing, is really planning your itinerary. And because now I know my itinerary, it was a lot easier to know what I'm going to wear. And especially for, like, you're going for 2 weeks, are you going to bring 2 weeks worth of clothes in one carry-on? I don't know if that really fits. I've never done that before. So I find places where you can do laundry, whether the hotel offers laundry service or there's laundry mats or laundry services around the area where you're staying, or the Airbnb has a washer, possibly not a dryer. And so I have stuff like that, like this, for those occasions, because there's 4 of us and we're all going to have to do our laundry at one point, because I'm not going to bring 14 pairs of underwear or 14 shirts. That's not going to fit in here. So there will be a time where I have to do the laundry. The other thing I want to say is that because we're going to Istanbul and we've watched tons and tons of videos about the food and about what to do, top 10 places, things like that, I watched this guy, and if I find this video, I'll link it below, where he was shopping. Of course, he's shopping for himself, so guy stuff, in the Grand Bazaar and kind of outside and showing the prices. And I was like, okay, wow, I normally don't like shopping during a trip. I did do a little shopping when we had gone to Seoul, South Korea, but other than that, I don't really shop. I usually buy like a souvenir tee for myself, my husband, a magnet. I'll probably buy something. I usually buy something for my son and my daughter, if my daughter's not with me for that trip, and that's pretty much about it. But when I saw this Grand Bazaar, I was like, why don't I get a couple shirts, maybe some sandals, maybe a jacket there? So I'm leaving some space for that. And I'm also bringing this bag because I'm assuming my husband may want to buy some stuff. My daughter's also bringing her own bag like this. We first got this bag when we had gone to Seoul, because we knew for sure we were going to do some shopping there. I knew for sure she likes to shop. Okay, but that's the underneath. So it crunches up. And then you can also get those vacuum seal bags where it comes with the vacuum and you suck out the air. So I have those too, but I don't know if I will need that for this trip. And it's got lots of pockets, a big space in here, a strap. You could take off the strap. The shoulder is pretty good here. Okay. And then some side pocket with zippers. Yeah, so it's good. I like it, And it's got another pocket on the end. So what we could do is, because on the way, right, we're going to get into Paris. And so I like to carry on. I have my backpack because I do have to work. And this is actually a work trip. Once a year we have a work trip. My job has a work trip that I get to be a part of. And it's usually like somewhere in Europe, then in the US, West Coast, East Coast. Last time we had gone to Seoul, our first time to Asia. And I've been at this job for 9 years already. And then this year they chose Istanbul, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so that's why we're going. And so on the way we land in Paris, and then I already checked out where the luggage storage is going to be. So we're going to store our luggage and just probably take one backpack into the city for the day and come back. And then, but on our way back from Istanbul, it's not a very long, it's like a 3-hour layover only in Paris, so we won't be able to leave the airport. But on the way back, you can definitely check in your luggage, because if it gets lost, it's going to your end destination, which is home for us, right? If you're going that way, let's say your luggage gets lost on the way to Istanbul, you don't know if it's in Paris, you don't know when it's going to get into Istanbul, and that's like the bulk of your trip, and all your clothes are there, and you'd have to buy new clothes. And of course the airport or the airline pays for stuff like that, but you have to go through that hassle. So that's why I like to keep carry-on, and then I'm open to checking in our bags on the way back. All right, so let me just show you another bag that I have. I didn't even look at my backdrop. Is everything okay in my backdrop? That's my Hope stuff, the light stick. I have previous videos if you want to see that. This is actually on my other channel. This is my gift wrap station. And then this is where I have my walking pad, my yoga mat, and stuff for filming over there. Okay, it's 100 degrees in Phoenix now. I got new solar screens, so it's a lot cooler in my house, but I have the fan on. So I have a Travelon bag, and this is my bag that I keep with me because it's RFID protected, and then they have these little hooks, okay? They strap on or they hook onto these loops here. So it's harder to steal. And then, as far as cutting, it's harder also. So Travelon, I definitely recommend. You could check out their website or their Amazon store to see the different things that they have. They are pricier, but it's worth it to me. Okay. There's not much I might do a separate video, I don't know, but usually they have a wallet space here for like your credit cards, which I sometimes use. Like I could bring my wallet for and leave it at the hotel, but then I just bring certain things when I walk around. Okay, and then it's got a couple pockets in here, larger pocket there, a couple pockets on this side, and then enough space to hold my water bottle or bottled water, and sometimes I'll put an umbrella here. Okay, and then there's a front pocket again with those hooks that close it, and a flap, and just a little bit more space. Fits my whole hand in there. Okay, and I usually like to hang a hand sanitizer on the side. This is from Bath and Body Works. And then I also have this thing where it's to hold your purse. But when you're traveling, you just have to really be careful. I don't know, I can't open this right now. Hold on. There you go. So it opens up like that, and it's a hook for your purse, okay? And this goes on the table. All right, it's pretty cool, nifty gadget. Okay, I moved the fan out of the backdrop because I was distracted by it. All right. So I have a bunch of these that I'll put in a Ziploc bag. And it's usually one load, but I figured there's at least 4 of us if we all do a load, and I have a couple extra. I have my makeup bag. And then we have all these battery chargers. So these this one I think is mine. And these are going to my husband, my daughter, and my son. Okay. And then I have 2 of these. So one is mine. The other one I'm giving to my daughter for her and her brother. Then I'm bringing Cookie with me, and he will go on my daily bag. Okay, by the way, my dryer broke 2 days ago, and I had some guy come over. I had a guy come over, not some guy. I had a repairman come over to fix it. Well, he said, "I'm sorry to tell you, ma'am, but the whatever board it is probably fried. You either get a new dryer or pay for," and this is how much it would cost. So I was like, okay, I'll get a new dryer. So I'll have to do that when I get back. Okay, so I am bringing, if I'm right, I'm bringing 4 shirts. Okay, 1. It's kind of a little bit dressier, and then the rest are just t-shirts. Black t-shirt. Okay, so if you're looking to me for like cute outfits, it's not really like cute. It's just very practical. Another t-shirt. And it's June, so we're going to wear purple. Bora hey. Okay, that. Then I have my pajama shirt. Okay, I have one too many shirts here, so one too many shirts. I think I'll do the blue instead of the reddish. Okay, so I'll take away the red shirt. And so I've got my pajama shirt, my pajama bottoms, and I usually like to only bring 1 pajamas shirt, and then I can wear the other shirts for bedtime. I mean, that doesn't really gross me out. So as far as my pajama pants, they will be long ones. And then this is a pretty cool pants. It's kind of like a tulip, but it opens up. It's really soft and light. Hopefully it doesn't blow up that high and show too much of my legs, but it's a long pants. These are very comfortable. And so basically it's just basic pants and basic tops. Then I'm bringing, I think 5, aside from the one I'm wearing, I'll bring 4 other pairs. So 5 pairs, 2 bras, which is the bra I'm wearing, and then an extra bra. We are bringing 1 pair of, for the swimsuits, because if we do a Turkish bath or the hotels have pools, and like the last 2 days when we're in back in Istanbul, because we're going to go from Istanbul down to Cappadocia. We're going to rent a car, because I did the whole, I mean, this took hours and hours. It took like 2 days to figure this out, as far as going just from Istanbul to Cappadocia. And then we're going to see the 7 churches of Revelation, if you guys are into that. But so from Istanbul to Cappadocia, and we'll do the hot air balloon ride. And then from there, we're going to do those 7 churches. And then we're going to fly from Izmir back to Istanbul. But those last 2 days while we're in Istanbul before we leave, they're just kind of slow days-ish, slowish. And the hotel has a pool. So that's another thing, like where we can do a pool thing or whatever. So this is where I keep my hairbrush. And I do use packing cubes. And I was going to show my socks. So I will bring 1 white pair of socks, and this one's still in the laundry. That's why I was talking about the laundry. My dryer broke, and so now I'm washing. Luckily, it's warm enough here in Phoenix, so the clothes are drying pretty easily outside. But got a lot of laundry done in the last few days. I think, yeah, did it break Monday? The guy came on Tuesday. It's now Friday. So yeah, I've been doing laundry for the last couple of days. My laundry, my husband's laundry, towels, because he has a Pilates studio. So I've been washing the towels too. It's crazy how, we're used to the modern amenities. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this. I have this scarf. This I completely recommend. I call it my travel scarf, but what it is, okay, it can be on the plane. It can be your blanket, okay? But we're bringing it, and it's light, but it also protects you from the sun, which I found out. I don't know if I bought it for that reason, but when we were at my son's graduation a couple years ago in Pennsylvania, we were kind of in the sun, and I didn't think Pennsylvania was hot, but when you're in the sun for a while, it gets to you. And I had it on my back like this, and it totally protected me. It was awesome. But we will bring this with us. I'll tie it to my Travelon side bag. And when we go to the mosque or wherever we need a covering, I could, not like that, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. But look, I just wanted to show you. And it's light. See? Oh, this. And it comes in different colors. I tell you, it's totally worth it. I think I got my daughter one. It's the greenish color, and then mine is the gray. And it folds pretty compact, so I usually put this in my backpack, which is my personal bag that I bring on the plane. And then here is the travel umbrella. It's really small. It did come in handy when we went to the J-Hope concert, because it did start sprinkling right before they let us in. But this is a great compact umbrella. I've had a few before, and they're still a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but this one is a great size and weight. And they come in different colors, so I got this one. And then let me show you once I put it together. It goes in the bag, this Travelon bag. See? And it's, like I said, since it's light, it's great. All right, let's see what else I have. I got this at Ross, but you can find stuff. It's where you can put your curling iron or flat iron inside while it's still hot. And so this, I'm going to show you guys. So right now my hair is curled. Okay, this is from this. It's a travel size. I don't know if you could see. I mean, it's a good size, but it's a curling iron. I think it's 1 inch. And then if you move this, it's now a flat iron. See that? Close it. Curling iron. Okay, fantastic. Came with a glove, but that's going to go inside here. Okay, so my dental kit. I'm not rich, I'm pre-rich.
Oh, is it hot in here?
I love this bag. My friend gave it to me a few birthdays ago. One thing I've changed with my dental stuff is that I go ahead and I bring a full-size toothbrush because this is my electric toothbrush. I have a second one for my regular, what I use daily, and then I have this one just for my dental kit because I try to do that. If I'm using something regularly, I try to have it as a separate one for my travel, because what I found is I'd forget to put something or transfer it into my travel bag and etc. etc. So I do that even with my makeup, so that this makeup here is the makeup that I bring with me. Even on, like, if I'm rushing out and I have to bring my makeup, I bring this with me. So this is my travel makeup bag, and then I have makeup that sits still in my, where I sit down at my house to put on my makeup. So I have two makeup things. Okay, so anyway, what I found with those travel toothbrushes, they're just not, I just haven't found a good one that will last for more than a few trips. And so if you're there for a week, it's fine, but then you go for another week, and I found it just wears down. And it's all, even if it's a plug-in where you can recharge it. So I just found, like, I do this and I make sure that this is fully charged before we leave, and it's lasted for 2-week vacation. So you don't even have to bring the plug with you. Got my dental stuff there. This is toothpaste, tablets. And then this one I really love. This was from the Container Store. So you just open this up and put the toothpaste from underneath, from the bottom part, right? Put that in, and then you put this tab back on. And I like that. Got some toothpick / dental floss, tongue scraper that's in the container that looks kind of dirty. And then I always bring these portable mouthwashes packets. Okay, so as far as mouthwash, what I'll probably do is I thought I bought one little container, but probably when we get there I'll buy a little bit larger bottle, because these are not cheap, so I try to have a couple in my travel bag, right? Because let's say you're having lunch and you just need to wash your mouth a little bit, you can do that because you're not going back to the hotel or something. So I try to keep maybe 2 or 3 for the day in my bag, and I use it for that. But as far as mouthwash in the hotel or the Airbnb, I want to have like a regular size bottle that we will share with everyone in my household. And then, because I don't know the toothpaste there, like I'm not going to say which country, but I've been to another couple different countries where I tried to buy, like, it seemed like the equivalent of that brand, let's say toothpaste or whatever it is. Maxi pads was a thing, and they're different. Like, even though it was the same brand here, it was a totally different quality. Have you guys experienced that? Okay, so anyway, I'm bringing 2 extra toothpastes, and that will be used up. So this was good for 1 week between my daughter and me when we had gone to New York last December as a family. So I figured if that's between me and her 1 week, and then this would be me or her next week, or she can obviously get her own, but I always just get extra. So if she doesn't share this with me, this will last 2 weeks, but I have extra here. Okay, so that's my I'm not rich, I'm pre-rich dental bag. Okay, next I have my toiletries bag. Oh, I'm sorry, did I mention? Okay, so as far as underwear, yeah, I did say that. And then I will bring maybe like 4 of these, because when you're on these are face masks, skincare. I'll, probably the day I arrive, because of the airplane ride and all that, maybe sometime the end of the week, and then the middle of the following week. So I need at least 3, and if one of them wants to use one, I have that for them. Because that's what you do when you're a mom. You can't, it just doesn't stop you just thinking about yourself. You have to think of the other people, or you want to, or just natural. But if I travel by myself, it's different, right? Okay, so this is kind of like my wipe kit, okay? And I keep this in my bag all the time. And I just, when I get home from a trip, I fill up these things, right? I fill up the toothpaste, I fill up my wipes bag, I fill up my toiletries bag. And so this has like feminine wipes. So I think I count how many days, and I put one for, a couple days or something. And then I have here, there's also butt wipes that I have to fill up. And then I have disinfecting wipes. And I also keep one in my backpack. So when we get into the airplane, we wipe down our seat, the back of the seat, everything. You wipe everything down. Okay, here are the butt wipes. And so there's all kinds of brands on Amazon. You could just go check those out. And of course, everything here, I'm going to link it in the description box as much as I can. And if there's something here that you want to know about or need a link, then just comment, let me know. All right, so for the toiletries bag, again, I got this on Amazon. And I think this has been the better toiletries bag for me. I used to like, I still do like the ones that hang. Those are great because they save space, but we've managed to make it happen. So body lotion, these are great. All of these are from the Container Store. The bag is from Amazon. These magnetic ones, you've seen these? They're expensive, but I do like them. So my shampoo, conditioner, and then I have rubbing alcohol because I use rubbing alcohol as part of my daily care or getting stuff clean. Okay, that got my conditioner. Now all the hotels are going to have shampoo and conditioner. Maybe your Airbnb does too. So it might be, so I was good. I filled up everything when I came back from my last trip, which was just only a few weeks ago. It was a road trip, so that was easy, to Cali. But anyway, if your hotel room or Airbnb has shampoo, conditioner, lotion, to save space, you may not want to bring it, right? Okay, so as far as everything is under 3 ounces, and so I have my even tone here. This is from my esthetician, and then my sunscreen. You definitely need that. These came in a set, and so I just use my label maker. And I put face cleanser, body lotion, and face lotion. So especially like if you're allergic, or you have, you're very particular, or you're particular about certain products, then you bring your own, right? You just put them into bottles like this. And then this was really cute. My daughter's friend gave this to me. It's a face spray. And this is vitamin E oil. This is what I use to take off my makeup. And then when you go to the travel area, in like whether it's the grocery store or the pharmacy or big box stores, they sell cotton swabs like this, like it's like in a container, and then just reuse the container. So this is where I put cotton swabs and then cotton pads that I use. All right, that needed to be wiped down, so I just wiped it down with some spray. And then to put this back together, just try to put the bigger bottles first, right? Line them up, and then I like to put the other stuff in the back. So you have like this, and then these fit perfectly on the top. And I love that they're magnetic. Once I have more budget, I'll go ahead and buy more of these. I do like them. Okay, this is what I'm wearing for my work. So the night before our meeting, we have a work dinner. So I think I have something for that. But anyway, I got my pants, jacket, and the top, just very, very basic. So luckily I'm not in the fashion industry.